Hearty welcome to the respected co-sadhakas. Salutations to Shruti Mata, to the Guru Parampara, to the Devata Gana, to the Adi Parashakti Mata, to Ishvara, and to the Brahma Tattva. May they all bless us to be strong in our these 11 Vyaktitvas of the hard-working personality, the inspired personality, dynamic, the sadhakatva, the shrotrutva, the jignasutva, the mumukshutva, the shishyatva, the bhaktatva, the viraginess, and we are doing our dharma palana for loka seva as well as swadharma sanatana dharma prema. Life has to be spent in deep meditations when possible, not possible in deep contemplations, not possible in the listening and study of the Shastras, if not in the Bhagavan Nama, etc. When tired, take little rest, and then come back to think. Think also in such a manner that our mind becomes calm and quiet. Mind is calm and quiet, only it is freed from the Raga Dveshadi. That will happen when we have the Vairagya. For that Vairagya, the right way of Viveka we have to do, Sri Rama is training us in that. Do this Viveka as taught, develop Vairagya. With the mana filled with Vairagya, either do the yoga or the upasana or Vedanta Tattva Vicharana nearing to the self. You know, when you go to the long distance temples, especially on the top of the mountains, how having the desire for Bhagavan's darshana, faith in Bhagavan and ourselves, one by one step, how we climb. Whenever we are tired, we sit and take rest. Hungry, something en route, we eat. Thirsty, we have water. But without missing that faith, we keep on walking. Spirituality is that only. We should never go back into the worldly ruts. We may walk slower, never mind, but keep walking towards the truth or reality in these manners. One of the beautiful, effective thing is Viveka and Vairagya and relaxing the mind and heart and undoubtedly filling that mind with Paramatma as the goal and these Adhyatmic sadhanas as the means. And then go walking. As we grow in this study as well as sadhana, the knowledge when it becomes deeper, wider, subtler, truer, to that extent, we will just feel that freedom and joy. In the worldliness, there is only ticklings and pleasures very gross and pushed we are into the thick dungeon deep of ignorances, delusions more and more. Little enchantments but totally drowned in the andhakara of ajnana. But in spirituality, every step there is toughness, no doubt. But every step put forward enlightens more and more. Lightens and enlightens us more and more. So keep on walking. For example, we our own lives take if we take last 4 years of our study, we look back where were we? If we look now, how much of understandings have come and our orientations, attitudes have become little better and healthy. Continue the study, become more intense in the possible sadhanas, then more brighter will become our knowledge as well as our life becomes more cheerful and joyful. You know, finally the three things. I am the Brahman playing the role of Jiva in this particular station of this body with the world around. World around will continue. My service in the world with this body continue. As a jiva, I travel from one journey one to the other. In one of the sharira, or yes, in one of the sharira, this jiva in me, I will discover his own essential self. After self is discovered, the transmigrating suffering conditioned jiva bhava will not be there. As per Lord's Ichha, we may come, we may serve the world. And then these things, as much they appear vague now because of our not fully thoroughly studied Shastra and its sadhana, so much it becomes very, very clearer as we keep on moving. Spiritual journey is like from the pitch darkness of midnight to slowly through the Brahma Muhurta, how slowly the Ushakala, then Pratakala, then the Sandhyakala, then Arunodaya, then Suryodaya, how these things one by one start coming, and accordingly only once the Suryodaya happens, the whole bright light you see. In the same way, when the realization of self happens, it is as clear as Suryodaya. But before that, the Arunodaya, the Sandhya Samaya, the Pratakala, the Ushakala, all of them we have to cross. Even before Ushakala is the pitch darkness of Ajnana, full of samsara. From there, Brahma Muhurta, where the Gurus, the Shastras guide us for the evolutionary bright life. When we continue it, we wake up to the bright light of the knowledge of the self, realization of the self, experience of the moksha. No doubt about that. Else, these Shrutis, these Upanishads, these Guru teachings would have long back got disappeared if they are untrue. And the proof that they are true is this only, that they have withstood to the tests of all times, isn't it? To the troubles given to these Shastras. By how many religions and how many of the destructive Rakshasas came? All of them failed, but not the Shastra Parampara, the Tattvajnana Prachara Parampara, the Moksha Sadhana Parampara. That itself is the proof. So have not the doubt, with full faith, keep on doing what is to be done. We are into Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana Mahat Udgrantha Shruti Grantha Adhenam. First, Vairagya Prakaranam, 20th Sarga. Yuva Avastha Jugupsa, Ramaji is teaching us to do. Very powerful, very effective. All these studies should create the sufficient Vairagya, then our hearts are available for Guru's teachings. Let us continue. Om Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharshibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Veda नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ओमापदाम भारतारन्दाता सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिम् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नतः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः सजनहितकृते मययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मभक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह साधना प्राप्ति सिद्धि प्राप्ति सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः मोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थमनेक शास्त्राणां साधना अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षिये नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं प्रथम वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यथ सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम अथ अष्टादश सर्गः। श्रीराम विंशतितमः सर्गः। श्रीराम उवाच 20th सर्ग we are doing Rama Uvacha Yuvavastha Vigarhanam, understanding the shortcomings, the pitfalls, the limitations of the Yuvavastha so that our attachment to it also is removed. Like Balyavastha we have seen. In the 14th, 15th mantras, yesterday we saw just half minutes seeing it, then going further from the 16th mantra onwards. In 14th, Sri Rama Vacha. केचन समारंभाः ते सर्वे सर्वदुःखदा तारुण्ये सन्निधिं यान्ति महोत्पाता इव क्षये. तो ये केचन सर्वदुःखदाः समारंभाः, whatever the initiatives which are the ones going to result in all sorts of dukkhas, dukh dene wale all initiatives, all of them come and start in the yuva avasthan only. Okay, tarunye sanidhim yanti. Example is Maha utpataha ivakshe. Just like at the pralaya time only, all the utpatas of bhugata, earthquakes, jalagata, cyclones, then akashagata, rains and vayumandala and sunlight, all of them at the time of kshaya, as they all come one time. Kshaya means pralaya kalame. So too, all dukkha giving sankalpas, karmas attack the human being when he is in yuvavastha. And we already said all of them are over desires, breaking all rules of dharma and punya, involving in all negative things, etc. And then getting habits of all those drinks or drugs or addictions, ये सारे युवावस्था में start होता है. Therefore, be careful in that avastha. Don't be fascinated by it. Same way, hardhandakara karinya bhairavakaravanaphi yauvanajnanayaminya vimeti bhagavanami. So, the people who are of highest abilities, talents, भग अपने पास रखने वाले, भैरव आकारवान, those who are otherwise of lot of, Bhairava Akara means well built variety of abilities, personality, they also Harda Andakara Karinya, Yavana Ajnana Yaminya, they also by the Yamini night of Ajnana, ignorance of Yuvavastha, uh, which is the creator of Hridaya Andakara. हृदय के अंधकार को निर्माण करने वाला अज्ञान रूपी रात्रि जिसका नाम है यौवन है, उसको देखकर इवन दिस बिग पीपल आल्सो बिभेति. सो हार्दांधकार कारिण्य यौवन अज्ञान यामिन्य, with the pitch darkness of the ignorance which is so strong along with arrogance in the yuvavastha, which is going to do the covering of hridaya by pitch andhakara. Even big people also are frightened there and destroy themselves. So युवावस्था में हृदय गंभीर अंधकार में रहता है. but he thinks he is wisdom, he has God, and whatever he thinks is right, and that alone he wants to do, never listens to anyone. हृदय अंधकार कारिणी, हृदय में अंधकार को बढ़ाने वाला. How the अंधकार in हृदय grows? With more and more thick vasanas, thick kamanas, thick ahankaras. So kamana, vasana, ahankara become stronger in Yuvavastha. Thus, that makes the Hridaya Andhakara means we don't go into the Hridaya to perceive either Dharma or Punya or let us say the Adhyatmikata. Therefore, Ajnana Yamini, that person's life is like a night full of Ajnana. Right? Now, the next one onwards, we have to study from today. Today, from this 16th shloka. ये ऊपर के दोनों श्लोक कल हम देख चुके, इसलिए very shortly we have done it. One by one, shloka from 16. सुविस्मृतशुभाचारं बुद्धिवैधुर्यदायिनं ददाति अतितराम् एष भ्रमं यौवनसम्भ्रमः. Yauvanasambhramaha, the excitement of the youth, the restlessness of the youth, the Yauvana Sambhrama, the surprise giving youth, the the extravaganza of the youth. Yauvana Sambhramaha dadati, it gives. What it gives? Atitaram eva dadati, extremely it gives. What it gives extremely? Brahmam, the delusion. And that delusion, what it does? Buddhi vaidhurya dayinam. It destroys the buddhi. Vaidhurya dayinam. And so too, the second one is suvismruta shubha acharam. All the shubha achara, the right way of living, code of conduct, following the rules, disciplines, etc. Suvismruta, that Brahma makes one forget all the shubha achara. सो शुभ आचारों का विस्मरण कराते हुए बुद्धि को नाश करने वाला भ्रम को अत्यंत उत्कृष्ट मात्रा में ये यौवन जो है, यौवन संभ्रम ददाती, ले आता है और देता है. सो यौवन संभ्रम अतितराम बुद्धि भ्रमम ददाती. द युवावस्था गिव्स द अतितराम भ्रमम ददाती. In this Brahma, in this delusion, Buddhi Vaidhuryadainam, the Buddhi gets blunt. In the sense, it never listens to higher people or anyone, बस अपने रास्ते में चलता है. And because of which, Shubha Achara Vismruti. तो सुविस्मृत शुभाचार बुद्धि वैधुर्यदायिनम भ्रमम यौवन संभ्रमः अतितराम ददाति. We can see in all. Every youth, when they are in that age, every person who is in the youth age, definitely in that delusion, by which Shubhachara you will not follow. Everybody shouts at them, मैं नहीं follow करूँगा. I will not follow the traffic rules. I will not follow the rules imposed by the father. स्कूल कॉलेज में जो भी करें हम नहीं फॉलो करेंगे. गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस में ज्वाइन होएंगे, वहाँ का रूल्स नहीं फॉलो करेंगे. दैट इज इन गव सुविस्मृत शुभाचार. Then buddhi vaidhuryadainam, vaidhuryata of the buddhi means decaying and destruction of buddhi. Buddhi which does the viveka between dharma, dharma, punya, papa, lava, nashta, bandha, moksha, ये बुद्धि का पूरा वैधुर्य हो जाता है. Vaidhurya means slowly the buddhi becoming dull-witted. When we are addicted to all negativities in yuva avastha, buddhi इतना dull हो जाता है. All of that happen in the yuva avastha. सुविस्मृत शुभाचारम बुद्धि वैधुर्य दायिनम भ्रमम यौवन संभ्रमः aditaram dadati. Aditaram is extremely, we will be in these three things in yuva avastha: Brahma, buddhimandata, and vismriti of shubhachara. In other words, the opposite of it is full of smriti and doing of only ashubhachara. शुभाचार को छोड़ दिया, अशुभाचार को फॉलो किया, बुद्धि का शार्पनेस गया, वो मंद हो गया. Therefore, in the clear goal, understanding about the higher way of living and goal, Brahma is there in that youth. So Yuva Avastha has this danger. Same way, Next one, Kanta Viyoga Jatena Hrudi Dusparsha Vahnina Yavane Dahyate Jantuhu Tarurdavagnina Yatha. And true it is, isn't it? Very few have done. Viveka Vairagya in many lives have escaped this particular plight, dukkha. Specifically, Ramji is telling it. What is that? Kanta Viyoga Jatena Hrudis Dusparsha Vahnina. The fire born out of the Viyoga from the Kanta. The fire born out of the Viyoga. The Viyoga Agni. Viyoga of whom? Kanta Viyoga Agni. The beloved, whom you are loving her, or the wife it may be. So that Kanta Viyoga Vahni, Hrudi, Dusparsha Vahnina, it burns the heart so terribly that pain cannot be borne only, cannot be forbeared. You can't have that strength. सो हृदय को जलाने वाला दुस्पर्श वहनी जो जन्म लेता है कांता वियोग के कारण, है ना? Everybody in the yuva avastha necessarily, at least for some time in some place, they have to be the devadas. If not happened means earlier life sadhana has helped them in this life. See that story of even great Tulsidas ji before he became Tulsidas. Kanta Viyoga Vahni, how he crossed that terrible river during that heavy rains there, from behind climbing the house of his wife, where she was gone to her maternal place. While crossing the river, he took the help of log of wood. It was not log of wood, it was a dead body only, somebody's. Then he climbed house and jumped inside the house with the help of a rope. That rope was a snake. Kanta Vyoha Vahani, Agni. Then she scolded. Half of this prema you have for Rama, you would have had Rama Darshana. Because he is not fully Devadas like us, he heard that sentence of hers, then never turned back. He became the great Tulsidas Ji Mahan. But Kanta Viyoga, isn't it? Rama's Dukkha when Sita Ji. Here Kanta Viyoga in many ways. He has not got married. वहां से ही वियोग दुख होता है. पीछे पड़ेगा माता पिता के, जल्दी शादी करो करो. Or he himself will fall in trap of some girl or tries to trap, but that girl will not respond. Then that Kanta Vyoha Vahni, or married but gone to the Maikeme. In all of that, Kanta Vyoga Vahni means mind is occupied with an attachment to the Kanta. It is both sides. Then that creates such an Agni that Hridaya gets burnt. Another expression of yoga is she is there very much, she will not listen to him. She will do the things as she wants. सब्जी बनाओ बोलो तो दाल दाल बनाएगी, दाल बनाओ बोलो तो तरी she will make what she wants. These fellows dukkha is more, है ना? That he can't tell anywhere. Okay, if he says that मैं बनाऊंगा मेरा खाना, कहते मैं नहीं, मेरे को ही बनाना है और वही बनाऊंगी जो तुमको नहीं पसंद है. These are all the Vahni. Yoga not necessary that the wife died or wife went to the maternal place or marriage has not happened. Kanta Viha means all dukkha that are born because of the attachment, infatuation to the opposite gender. स्पेशली इन यूथ एज में ये होता है एक्स्ट ज्यादा. कांता वियोग जाते ना हृदय दुस्पर्श वहनिना यौवने दहते जंतु. In the yuvaavastha, the human being like a jantu gets burnt. Example is taruhu davagnina yatha, like the trees get burnt in the forest fire. It also includes in before marriage in today's world. If the youth are attached to someone, no, they have to listen to them like a gulam only. spend lot of money. Yet he'll have a fear and doubt whether finally she will marry me or kick me and go somewhere because she can't decide. Her parents say, अब हो गया बहुत, चल इसको शादी कर. In all 70 to 70 or 65 से लेकर 85 90 तक 99% Hindi movies all are this only na. कांता वियोहवाहिनी like the daru in the Adavagni में जैसा जलता है लकड़ी or tree in the forest where burning cinemas, burning stories only. Anything you take. That was like that always. अभी की बात नहीं है वो. Throughout the period of history, right from creation, it is like that only. The case of Dasharatha you take, it is that only. And here the Viyoga means that he had to listen to her Kaikeyi's words and give those two moons and he had to die only. This is the meaning of Yuvavastha mein, that like the forest fire burns the tree, the Hridaya is burnt by the Kanta Viyoha Agni. Okay. Next, very good shloka this one. Every shloka is good as regards the message is concerned. Sunirmala api vistirna pavanyapi yauvane matihi kalushatam eti pravrushiva tarangini. No? Sunirmala. Mati. The Mati Buddhi generally is pure, Sunirmala. Mati Buddhi generally is Vistirna, not narrow minded. It is expanded, it is pure, Nirmala, Pavani api. Very divine it is. Pavana, Pavitra. Nirmal hai, Pavitra hai, Vistirna hai. What Mati? Yet Yauvane in the Yuvavastha, Kalushatameti becomes absolutely impure, polluted. Example is Pravrushiva Tarangini. Tarangini is river which has got tarangas, therefore it's called a Tarangini. Generally, the river flow water is very nirmala, suvistirna and pavani. Pravrishi, when the rain comes, all the waters from the mountains go on joining it, bringing all the mud. Then you see how impure are the rivers. बारिश में सारे नदियां मिट्टी से भरकर कैसे कलुषित दिखते हैं. Same way, even though in general, Mati is Sunirmala, Pavani Vistruta, yet Vistirna, yet in the Yavana it becomes Kalushit. Isn't it? At that time are the Vasanas which upsurge in such a strong way, and all faculties, etc., start becoming active and they want to indulge, embrace, enjoy the world. And the people around us are him at that age. He cannot have the children as the friends. He'll not have the middle age or oldies as friends. He'll have friends who are equally stupid. Added to that is to attract the youth. All variety of movies and all of them are they release. बेचारे वो जाकर उसके भी कारण कलुषित हो जाते हैं अपने मन में. In these regards, countries like China, some Islamic countries, they are good. They are better. They are very strict in some of these things where they don't allow. The other cruelties they have, that's very dangerous that also. But some of these things, they are better. You know, the Western countries, they give freedom and licentiousness to the youth. India also following that. But still, we have the tradition of spirituality. Therefore, at least to some extent, there is some protection or control. Thoda. The continuous flow of the satsangas, the upasanas, sankalpas, the prarthanas are there. They were not totally destroyed are our youth. But youth is youth. Wherever they are prone for all these distractions. So, Nirmala, Vistirna, Pavani. Pure. So, Nirmala. Vistirna is very expanded, not narrow. Then Pavani. So, pure, निर्मल है, प्योर, विस्तीर्ण, expanded, and pavani, स्वच्छ है. Yet in this yavana the mati gets impure. Your topic is about mati. युवावस्था में युवाओं का मति ये कलुषित हो जाता है. Like the river gets impurified during the rainy season. So therefore, here everybody, the youth themselves have to study this topic and protect themselves from getting impurified. Then the whole country, from the Rajyanga onwards, constitution, the ruling parties, opposition, एजुकेशनल सिस्टम, पेरेंट्स, सब मिलकर इस युवाओं को कलुषित होने से बचाना है. Give them patriotic thoughts. Patriotism is one thing which can keep the youth pure more than spirituality, because spirituality is tough for them. If somebody takes, nothing can be more purifier than this. That's why in Gita, nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vidyate. There is nothing more purifier than the jnanam. That's why for the yuva log, Puja Gurudev has given this as the motto or slogan. है ना, for the elders, कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि नमे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. For the yuva, Bhagavan Gurudev gave this only. Nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram iha vidyate. Let me give the spiritual jnana to my youth so that their hearts are always maintained in the purity of noble thoughts and goals. Teach them when they are young. I am happy last 540 days. Every day I am teaching the youth. They are not coming, but I am teaching. एक आध लोग आते हैं. But Bhagavad Gita, every day common sense thoughts. Every day the Taittiriya Brahmana Vedic chanting, Sahanavatu mantras. Today Gita 15th chapter, beautiful shloka we are teaching. Then Valmiki Ramayana for last 2.5 months we are doing. We have concluded today the first Sarga Balakandam. From tomorrow I am doing the Ayodhya Kanda 100th Sarga for them, in which how the ruler and ruled have to be. That topic Rama teaches to Bharata. I am teaching that from tomorrow. It will take 1 month for them. Then recently I started, after so many stotras taught to them, 400 slokas I taught them, 20-25 stotrams I taught. Recently I started to teach, after whole Vishnu Sahasranama I taught Upanishads. Ishavas I taught them, Kena ho gaya, abhi Kathopanishad. I am doing my best. 7 topics I take every day between uh, 12:30 to 1:30, 2 o'clock tak, 1.5 घंटा. 7 classes I am doing for them. 15-15, 20-20 मिनट का. यूथ है ना, तो वेराइटी दे दो, सुन सकते. But nobody helps me, nobody promotes. So what can I do? भगवान के ऊपर छोड़ दिया. Like everybody should expose them to those subtle things, invite them for that, so that they are maintained in their purity. This is what is to be done. But from in Ramayana, this Yoga Ashramana, the purpose of saying all this is, don't get attached to even this Avastha where the chitta becomes kalushita. Okay, next one, wonderful sloka. Shakyate ghanakallola bhima langhayitum nadi natu tarunyatarala tushna taralitantara. Bhagavan says, Ramji, shakyate, it is possible, langhayitum, to cross the nadi, a river, which is bhima, ferocious, Ghanakallola, filled with terrible, terrible waves. A ferociously flowing river, Uddhata river, with big, big waves. One can do their best and can cross that river. Shakyate. है ना, नदी, भीमा नदी, घनकल्लोला भीमा नदी लंघयितुं शक्यते. It is possible, but natu, it is difficult to cross this river. What is that? Tarunya tarala. Nadi, the nadi of the youth. Then Trishna Taralita Antara, which has got Antara in itself, Taralita, the extremely disturbing disturbances in the form of Trishna. So Trishna are the waves, terrible waves. In the river of the Yuvavastha is difficult to cross. One may cross a terrible river with heavy, heavy, big, big waves. भयंकर नदी को पार कर सकते हैं युवा तो, है ना, नदी को पार करना असंभव है. सेफली, when we say नहीं ना, नदी पार करना मतलब सेफली है ना, ड्राउन हो जाते हैं. सो शक्यते घनकल्लोला भीमा नदी लंघयितुम. लंघयितुम मीन्स लांघने में. in crossing. But natu shakyate tarunya tarla nadi. The Taruna Avastha ka nadi cannot be crossed. And it has got Taralas inside. The waves. Tarala means waves. Antara. Which has got inside it these waves. Which are the waves? Trishna. Trishna means Kamanaye, Bhogasaktiya. All of them, one or the other big wave will just catch him and drown him in the ocean or the river. फंस जाएगा ही वो युवा में. अरे बाप रे. Either the Stri Kanksha ityadi, or in the bad company of the friends, etc., or in the TV cinema ityadi, or all these drinks and drugs, etc. How many avenues are for the youth to get destroyed? Freely available nowadays, everything to them. अब पूछ पूछ कर देते पेरेंट्स ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो. At least 1 crore, 2 crore parents, grandparents must have given to their youth laptops, cell phones, etc. as gift. And how many have given that fellow a Bhagavad Gita, a Japamala, a Bhagawan's photo as gift? Take a look. How many youth were taken by the parents to cinema picnic? But how many were taken to a guru for satsang? इंडिया की बात कह रहे हम, अपने देश में ऐसे तो बाहर. Remember, it is inside of the entire system that the positivity, divinity has to come. Then the outside will be beautiful. So to train, attracted by it. Remember, this good way of life is all good, but it gives a result little slow, and it is internal joy, deeper. The outer pleasures are very quickly gainable. Tempted by, attracted by that, the youth or every one of us give up the noble paths, take up the shortcut methods. थोड़ा इसको प्रॉपरली समझा बुझाकर सिखाए ना, बिकॉज दिमाग तो है ही. Everybody has the intellect. If it is properly trained, educated, why will not get trained? Except some exception of 0.01%, 99.9% youth are cute, pure hearted. They can be trained. For example, in all schools and colleges, even in the offices, why? Retire होने तक भी, if all the exposures are made to be necessary, not giving option, whole thing will change. मेरा एक सजेशन ऐसा होता है, हमेशा nobody will do. Every Indian Hindu Sanatana Dharma festival, chutti should not be given. Then what? In those respective schools and colleges and offices, they have to celebrate that festival as per tradition. Why should be given chutti? Okay, half day chutti to celebrate at home, half day in the offices. Make it like that and see. Like that, as I was saying yesterday before, every school and college should have one Maharaj Guru, whoever he may be, who teaches Sanatana Dharma values and Shastra. And it should start in all assemblies and parliament. सब असेंबली पार्लियामेंट में हर सेशन में कम से कम 3 महीने का सेशन होता है, तो 15 दिन में एक बार करके 6 सेशंस होना चाहिए. वेदांत का सेशन, वैल्यूज का सेशन, देशभक्ति का सेशन, भक्ति का सेशन, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन का सेशन होना चाहिए. Then the other day we were seeing somewhere, it's a fact. Give merit to the people on the basis of their spiritual evolution. अब देखो पूरा देश बदल जाएगा. We give merit according to the mugging up knowledge they have produced in the exam. We give merit to them according to the worldly general knowledge they have. Now make spiritual knowledge also compulsory for a IAS officer or anybody, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 1, group 2, group 3, सारे एग्जाम्स के लिए इंडियन स्पिरिचुअलिटी वेदांता पक्का. एसेंस ऑफ भगवद गीता, एसेंस ऑफ रामायण, एसेंस ऑफ महाभारतम, भागवतम, उपनिषद. अब करके देखो, Hundreds of institutions which teach these, they will come up. Then some monitoring should be there, not theoretically, but practically people should follow them. One generation will suffer because the adjacent forces inside are of powerful negative. But next generation gets habituated. They will become noble. युवावस्था युवाओं को बचाओ तो दुनिया बच जाती है. ओके. शक्यते घनकल्लोला भीमा लंघयितुम नदी. It is possible to cross a terrible nadi with big waves, but न तो तारुण्य तरला नदी लंघयितुम न शक्यते. तरलितांतरा तृष्णा, which has got trishnas in it as the tarala, the waves terrible. हो गया. Now this is how the yuva avastha mein, the mind of the youngsters, Bhagwan depicting here. Sakanta taustanau pinau te vilasaha tadananam tarunya iti chinta vihi yati jarjaratam jana. मजेदार बात. Sakanta, that is my beloved. Taustanau, her beauty. Te vilasaha, imaginary. that होंडा के ऊपर पीछे होंडी को मिटाकर घूमना. That is called vilasa. Tadananam, what a beautiful face of hers. Tarunye, in the yuva avastha, iti chinta vihi, with this type of the chintanas, imaginations, projections, fascinations, infatuations, etc. Tarunye eva janaha jarjartam yati. In yuva avastha only, they become buddhe buzurga because of this type of चिंता. है ना. खाना नहीं खाएंगे, रात में सोएंगे नहीं, कोई काम धंधा कुछ ठीक करते नहीं, दाढ़ी वाड़ी बढ़ाएंगे. These are all the signs of old age. Naturally, physically होने वाला old age. The youngsters get in the युवा अवस्था only by this type of चिंता, worry, anxiety. 4 things Bhagavan told. It means all those things. Sakanta pinaustanau de vilasa tadananam. I know, thinking about, imagining about, fascinations बना के mind में क्या क्या. That युवा was the most terrible, Baba. I am not interested in it. That's what is Ramji's point. Then, now one more. 21st sloka. Naram tarala trishnaartim yuvanam iha sadavaha pujayanti natu chinnam jarat trunalavam yatha. So, sadhava, a wise people, an intelligent people, this nara, to this human being, tarala trishna artim, who is in the yuvavastha, yuvanam, tarala trishna artim. A youngster who is fully with so much of trishnas as well as trishna born artis. A youth who is with full of trishna and trishna born artis. Seeing that youth, a sadhu, a wise, a individual person, intelligent person, na pujayanti, they don't do the puja, worship, appreciation of that Behakuv, the youth, natu chinnam jarat trunalavam yatha. So he will look at him as a blade of grass and just will humiliate and insult him only. If you want to say it in Hindi language, some youngster got lost in his desires in the mind, therefore started becoming so miserable, attached to something or somebody. And the wise man doesn't go, beta bechara, तेरे को ऐसा हो गए रे, वैसा हो गए रे. A sadhu will not appreciate it. Where are you lost? Useless fellow you are. Such a youth age with all your abilities and talents, instead of making your life beautiful, what are you getting lost in this nonsense? In this way, they insult and they teach. If they don't listen, like a blade of grass, they throw away the youth. That's the common sentence. Youth is not useless. Youth is useless and youth is careless. Good, they have changed it. Youth is not useless but used less. Not careless but cared less. Not loveless but loved less. ये महात्मा. But मतलब क्या हुआ? The युवा should think that the sadhu should appreciate us. Appreciate करना है तो तरला तृष्णाक्ष के कारण आरती के अंदर प्रवेश नहीं करना. The meaning of it is, got attached to something or somebody, losing all the abilities and opportunities, and totally getting into the variety of depressions, rejections, etc. Never ever appreciated. नरम तरल तुष्णार्तिम नरम युवानम नरम इह इह लोके साधवः न पूजयन्ति तु छिन्नम जरतृणलवम यथा. Jaratrunalavam means just like a blade of glass, they do the insult of them and throw away. No, कभी कभी क्या है ना, youth being ego, you hurt the ego of them, then there's a chance for them getting set right in an intelligent, tactful manner. In this way, as we just now said, what you are a youth, born in such a good family, what an abilities, talents you have, what a wonderful future is awaiting for you, and because of you to the country. Instead of doing that, it's never expected. You are insulting yourself, your parents, your family, your nation, and all those who have so many hopes on you. You are just shattering them. In this way, when we talk, little change they'll have. Like a हाथी नो, उसको गड्ढा भी खोद कर उसमें गिराना पड़ेगा, उसको बड़े बड़े अंकुश से मारना पड़ेगा, चेनों से बांधना पड़ेगा, अग्नि से डराना पड़ेगा, भूखा रखना पड़ेगा. एलिफेंट तब जाकर कंट्रोल में आता है. युवा अवस्था इज लाइक दैट ओनली. देखो राम जी का कथा पढ़ते पढ़ते हमको भी एग्जाम्पल्स आने लगे. मे भी ये वाला एग्जाम्पल कहीं होगा आगे. सामदान भेद दंड every upaya has to be done to protect the youth from himself. But this is not the topic here. Topic is Vairagya Prakaranam. Yuva Avastha has got so many terrible problems, mistakes, dangers. I am not interested in them. राम जी का ये कहना है. We are doing both things. Literal meaning we are seeing by that what Lord Rama is meaning. That is having Vairagya Varivavastha. That also we are seeing. And to youth, how we have to help them, love them, serve them. That also we are seeing. Wherever it is possible. So Naram, Tarala Trushnartim Naram, Yuvanam, Iha, Sadavaha, Pujayanti Natu, Chinnam, Jaratruna Lavam Yatha. Chinnam means that youth who is broken in the heart. Tarala Trushnarthi, who is continuously having the Trishnas afresh moment by moment. Because of that and not fulfillment of them, Arti mein hai. Unko na to pujayanti, but Jarat Trunalavam yatha. They will see them as a Trunalava. Jarat Trunalava is dry blade of grass. Jara means dried up. Truna means grass. Lava means a small piece or a blade. है ना, blade of grass में कौन केयर करते इसको, फेंक दिया. This is another shloka. Now one more. नाशायैव मदार्थस्य दोषमौक्तिकधारिणः अभिमानमहेभस्य नित्यालानं हि यौवनम्. Hmm. Hmm. So the main sentence is Yauvanam Nashaya Eva. The Yuva Avastha is a cause of destruction only. How? Madarthasya, because he has arrogance. With arrogance, it has all nonsense, and he enters into Arti. Then Dosha Mauktika Dharina. He has got the Mauktika Mala filled with all the doshas as the Motiya. And with what this Purusha has compared here, as just now we said, without seeing the Mukha, Abhimana Maha Ivasya. The Purusha who is like an elephant filled with Maha Abhimana, and the Purusha who has got like the elephant the Mauktika which is made of the all the doshas, and the Purusha who is like elephant who has got Mada Arti all the time. Of that Purusha, this Yuvavastha is the cause of Nashaya. And how that Yuvavastha is Nitya Alanam. This eternally binding Alanam in chain. नित्यालानम ही यौवनम. तो युवावस्था is like a chain to a purusha, because this yuvaavastha, how it chains, Madarthi, Doshamoktika Dharana, Abhimana. So, Yuvavastha, Abhimana Maha Evasya, Nitya Alanam hi Yavanam. So, Nasa eva Madarthasya Doshamoktika Dharana, Abhimana Maha Evasya, Nitya Alanam hi Yavanam. So, the human being is a Purusha, is in Yuvavastha. In that Yuvavastha, he gets tied down, bound, and therefore gets destroyed only. How? Because of these three things: Madarthi, arrogance, Doshamoktikdarinam, all wrongdoings, Abhimana, extreme arrogance. No, we were talking about this. Here, this point came. Big arrogance, Abhimana Mahaivaha, like an arrogant elephant, and Madarthasya, elephant, which is doing the Sravanam of mother, that is the arrogance again. Abhimana is ego, mother is the arrogance, dosha, doing all things wrong only. With these three things, for this Purusha, the prompter of these things called as Yuvavastha becomes cause for the Nasha, destruction. So, Nitya Alanam hi Yauvanam Nashaya Eva. Purusha. So, for how the Purusha should be, in whichever the age of his life, there should not be mother, arrogance, dosha, mistakes, abhimana, ego. Ego means with any of the talents or achievements. Then you are safe. So, this is another Ramji ka shloka. Now, uh, we have one more shloka to see today. We'll stop there. Teisva shlok Narayana. मनो विपुलमूलानां दोषाशी विषधारिणां शोषरोदनवृक्षाणां यौवनं बथ काननम्. Here Yuvavastha is compared with a destructive kanana, the forest. Yauvanam bata kananam. And what is there in this Yauvana kanana, the forest of the Yuvavastha? So, mano vipula moolanam. With the trees which have the mana itself, with so many sankalpa vikalpas. Then dosha ashi vishadharinam, making us do all the mistakes. Okay, those ashas, desires are the serpents with the poison. Doing dosha yukta karma itself is poison that is prompted by the ashas, the desires, they are compared with the snakes. Then shosha rodana vrukshana. And which are the vrukshas here? Shosha, dried up, rodana, crying. Dried up, crying vrukshas means dryness and crying are the trees. Dosha ashi vishadharanam, doing all negative things is like the serpents. Then in this jungle, the trees are there. What is the moola for the tree? The mano vipula moolanam, the mind. सो युवावस्था नामक जंगल में मन नामक मूल से निकलने वाले बहुत सारे पेड़ हैं और दोष नामक बहुत सारे सरपेंट हैं और वो सारे पेड़ जो है शोष रोदन वृक्षाणाम, शोषित होकर रुदन करते रहते हैं. So the connection is क्या है? Mana is the root, and in that the dosha named of poisons they are entering. When the tree is affected by any of the poison or any of the insects or anything, वो धीरे धीरे शोषित हो जाएगा, dried up हो जाएगा. Then you see the tree as if it is crying only. So युवा नामक जंगल में शोष रोदन वृक्ष ही है. उन वृक्षों का भले मूल तो पेड़ मन है, देन उस सारे पेड़ों को दोष नामक सांपों ने डस दिया, मतलब पॉइजन इन्फ्यूज कर दिया. इन द पॉइजन कम्स naturally shosha and rosha, rodana, drying up and crying. So these examples, analyzing, understanding them, then understanding the shortcomings, that is our big exercise. If you can do in the effort itself, the intellect becomes sharper, etc. Wisdom grows, then we will not fall into the trap of delusions, inner or outer. We sail through our life's journey safely. डन. हाउ मेनी वी सॉ? 22वां श्लोक, नहीं 23 भी हो गया. तो फ्रॉम 10 श्लोक हो तो 23 हो गए, तो 47 है, तो 10 श्लोक 2 दिन में. So in this way, the next 11 chapters, Vairagya Prakaranam has these topics. Very nice that we have taken the initiative to study. Om Purnava Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Bol Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति. ओम नाशनता विद्महे सीतावलतन्नो मंगलम गुरुदेवाय मणिगुण आम ब्रह्मलोक. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई समस्त ऋषि मुनि देवता गण की जय. श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय. योगाश्मा रामायण शास्त्र की जय. सब संतन की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती मध्य हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम. अम्बे में श्री आदिशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता साधक सेवक पास जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापन की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. आध्यात्मिक जीव विधान की जय. वंडरफुल. थैंक यू. ओम श्री राम शरणम मम. Thank you for those who are. God bless you. Come in 5 minutes to study Shivananda Lahari.